for the count to 5. That's just a recording technique.
Well, that's a dumb technique, Tom.
Well, Carolyn, and welcome podcasters to Dunn and Dunner, the podcast.
Hi,
I'm your
everybody.
host, Tom, with my co-host.
Co-host or just Carolyn is
Carolyn.
fine.
I'm just trying to come up with a rhythm of how I introduce the episodes.
That's all right. You'll
So,
get there.
Thanks. I feel like as long as I'm doing this with you, I will never get there.
You'll always get there, Tom.
So, welcome podcasters to our episode, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day or happy Single Awareness Day, Tom.
Happy bird mating season. Is one of the facts I learned that February 14th, the middle of February, they used to think it was when birds start to mate.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Tom.
Just a little sneak peek of what's to come. Well, guys, welcome to episode 4.
Episode 4.
And today we'll be talking about some fun facts of Valentine's Day, some personal stories. We really didn't get too many messages about any good or bad Valentine's stories, so we're just going to leave it at that.
I'm a little disappointed, everybody.
Hey,
Come on.
this is give and take here, so, make sure that you are responding to us. Come on, we're not doing this just for our own health.
I mean, we kind of are. It's just nice being able to do this with you, Tom.
Oh, yeah. This is where I'm supposed to say the same thing.
You can do whatever you want. It's your choice.
Oh, thank you. You heard her.
It's your choice, Tom.
But last week's episode, you noticed that we were saying that we were going to drop an episode every Wednesday, but we dropped an episode on Saturday, and we just felt like we wanted to record another episode, and we are recording an episode today on Valentine's Day, and we'll have another episode available this Saturday as well, and we'll talk about that a little bit longer, but we have some guests coming to see us, and it'll be a fun podcast. I think we'll be having a good time with them.
All right, well, let's talk about this week, Tom. What's been going on with you? How's your week been?
It's been pretty good since last time we recorded. Can't complain. Just on the job hunt again. Been working on a lot of artwork as well. Getting some stuff together. Working on the podcast.
Have you also been working out more? Because you look fit, Tom.
Oh, well, thanks.
You're so welcome. He looks good, everybody.
Oh, I have the face for radio, let me tell you.
I think you're handsome.
Oh, well, obviously you married me.
I did. I said yes, and then I do. Well, yeah.
So just really getting on there on social media and trying to get the podcast out there and all that great stuff. And since we're here and talked about it already, guys, just follow us on iTunes and Google Play. Dunn and Dunner, the podcast. Just subscribe and leave us a 5-star rating or whatever rating you would like. And all of our other social media platforms are on our Facebook page. So check us out.
Well, I'm glad that you got all that done and told me about your week in the same shameless plug.
Hey, you got to do it.
No, Well, I have a couple things that we have to talk about.
What's going on?
Yeah. Well, I just want to shout out to my lovely sister, Kara. So apparently my horrible brother did not give his wife Kara credit for the dishwasher episode that we did the other day. So shame on you, John. I love you, Kara. I will always give you credit if I know credit is due.
You guys are lucky we give you credit anyway. We could just hog it for ourselves.
I would never do that. And neither will you, Tom. I won't let you.
Will I?
Also, I just want to shout out to my cousin Paul. Thanks for listening all the way in Canada. If anyone else has dishwasher suggestions on how they do it, I'd love to hear them because we can always do a second episode. A revamp. See what's going on.
But I don't think you've heard the last of Carolyn's peculiar behaviors.
Well, it's not that peculiar. Peculiar. I can't say it either. Can we both say it at the same time? Ready? Peculiar.
There we go.
James, you owe me a Coke.
I don't drink soda.
Well, I don't either.
You work at a restaurant. They have soda there.
Fine. You owe me a water later. You have to refill my water glass.
Oh, see how she just commands me. That's the fun part. The podcast is really just about Carolyn and I and some of the stuff that just interests us. So if you like us and you like some of the stuff we talk about, you're in for a real treat.
Yeah, if you just want to know about the inner workings of our relationship, just stay tuned. Well, other things that have happened, I actually just saw this pop up on my feed, my news feed. We just had the youngest female, 17-year-old Chloe Kim, won gold in the women's half pipe for the American team, which is awesome. Go ladies. I thought that was pretty incredible.
And then wasn't the figure skating last night? They got the bronze.
I didn't get that far. That's how much Olympics that I've watched. I saw a news feed thing.
Was this on Snapchat where you saw that?
No, I actually saw it. Like, it popped up on my phone.
Oh, because on Snapchat they have a whole Olympics feed on there.
Oh, really? So is that where I should go watch the Olympics?
Yeah, when you do your poop chats, you can just go there right away.
Tom, not everyone knows about those yet. It's okay. Hashtag poop chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't really watched a lot of the Olympics. So send in your best and worst, I guess just best moments from the Olympics that you liked the most. Because we always love to hear.
And, here's the thing. When you read these, comments from us on our pages, and we ask you to send stuff in, why don't you just stop and send something in since you're listening to this, so you're stationary or somewhere.
Yeah, that's okay, Tom. Are you a little mad that nobody answered?
That's all right.
By nobody, I mean Kara. I love you still.
Oh, Carrie sent us a good one.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Your sister, on the other hand.
All right, so that happened today. And then another thing that happened I guess, was it today that it came out? So the portraits of Michelle and Barack Obama came out. And,
President Barack Obama.
President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. They came out today, and they're gorgeous. So Michelle Obama had her portrait done by Amy Sherald from Baltimore. And then President Obama, excuse me, Tom, had his portrait done by Kehinde Wiley from New York City. And they are now being hung in the Smithsonian National Portrait Gallery, which is pretty cool. I didn't even know that existed. But their portraits are amazing. So, Tom,
very contemporary.
As the artist in the family, what did you think about the portraits?
I thought Barack's President Obama's was beautiful. Very contemporary. I like how it was him in the chair, but with all the leaves behind him, and it was painted beautifully. Michelle's was very elegant, captured her energy. Mm-hmm. I've read somewhere where they were complaining it doesn't look like her, but it's all about artistic expression, Carolyn. Not everything someone does is going to look exactly like that. Although it's the National Smithsonian.
We can't talk this week. I swear to God.
But I really, not if you're actually in technique. There's plenty of artists who can just recreate things almost photographic, and there's some who almost do it. And then her style, really, if you look her up, and she has a Twitter page as well. I was just doing a little looking at it. It's just beautiful African American art.
Yeah.
Not a lot of detail, very silhouette. Some of them are flat, a lot of them are holding something. So
they're pretty vibrant in color too.
Well, I would say more cool because of the grayscale that she uses with it. But she really has. But she has hints of reds and everything. Mm-hmm. It just draws you in.
Maybe not so much vibrant as pops of color. Would you say? Is that a better way to describe it?
Yes.
Because I like the colors that she uses. I like the grayscale, as you call it, and then, or as I guess everyone in the art world calls it.
Well, you're the one who told me she painted with the grayscale tone, so.
Well, I love it. I think it was a really beautiful portrait of her.
If anyone's familiar with Picasso's Blue Period, it just reminds me of that. This is the first thing off it. That's my art history for you, though.
Dun, dun, dun. Art history. There you go. That was a song I made for you.
Oh, speaking of art and everything, Rachel, congratulations, Rachel, who was our 100th follower. Mm-hmm. I have finished your drawing for you this evening, and you should have it here soon. I have to get the address and everything, and get that all taken care of. But it's done.
We're also going to announce your address on the podcast. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. Well, anything else happening this week, Tom, that you kind of saw and thought was cool?
No, nothing else really going on. So this weekend we have a couple of fun things. I'll be going out of town for 2 days, but we're also going to try to see Black Panther this weekend.
I know. I'm so excited.
And we haven't decided yet if we're going to do a full episode on Black Panther movie and dive into the characters' origins in the comic books, but that's something we are maybe gearing up for.
Also, if you guys have seen it, please send us your reviews. We'd like to get some input
or just what you think
elsewhere. Yeah, let's see what you think. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts.
Or you're just going to hear ours. Remember, this is our podcast.
Well, yeah. If you guys don't send them, we'll just keep talking more about our thoughts that we have and our opinions, and that's it. Nobody else's.
And with Valentine's Day coming, you always hear the good or the bad with that, and the rookie mistakes and whatnot with that. So, I gotta buy everyone a drink. So, really, where did this all start? How did this all start, Carolyn? Do we know?
What?
How did Valentine's Day start?
I don't know, but I feel like you're about to tell me.
Yes.
Please enlighten me about Valentine's Day.
So, Valentine's Day comes from ancient Rome.
Okay.
And it really started in the month of February, from the 13th to the 15th. Ancient Romans used to have a celebration called Lupercalia, which was a fertility festival.
Did you say fertility festival?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Men would get drunk and get naked everywhere and hit women with animal skins, and women would just try to get slapped by men because they thought they would be more fertile.
That's terrifying, Tom.
Yes, this is the savage times that they lived in. And really, that's where it started. And, they would be paired up with a man when they would be raffled off. Women would, and, hopefully they would get pregnant. That was the whole point of the fertility festival.
Also terrible.
But really what happened in between 200 and 300 AD, at least 2 Christian clerics known as with the name Valentine were killed, and they were martyred. And really, that's where, and when the Christianity took over as the dominant form of religion, the Pope named the day after one of those Saint Valentine's.
Wait, which one though? Was it both or just one?
Well, that's why it differs. It differs because they say there might be 3 Valentines.
Man,
would you say you don't really know?
Is it shrouded in mystery this Valentine's Day?
It is always, apparently. So yeah, the Catholic Church. I'm sorry, I was looking for it. The Catholic Church recognizes at least 3 different saints named Valentine or Valentinius.
Oh.
All of them whom were martyred.
I think we
so
should
all killed.
I think we should rename Valentine's Day Valentinius Day.
Valentinius, there you go.
I know.
I'm proud of you.
That's a way cooler name for Valentine's.
All this from the History Channel too, the website history.com. A pagan festival in February. Man,
that's pretty cool. Any other tidbits of history? What else has happened on Valentine's Day?
So Valentine's Day really didn't get popular until the 1300s. Shakespeare had a big part in it. In 1600s, it became even more popular, and Europe embraces the traditions of exchanging Valentines. And then once mass manufacturing happened, the first mass-produced Valentine's cards are sold in the 1840s in the United States. So that's just some origins for you.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit more about history. Because, I love true crime and all that good stuff. Some cool things that have happened on Valentine's Day, or by some, I mean one. St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Tom, have you heard of it?
Yes.
It's the name given to the 1929 murder in Chicago of 7 men of the North Side Gang during the Prohibition era. I put too many vowels in that one, Tom. It happened on February 14th and resulted from a struggle between Irish-American gangs and the South Side Italian gang led by Al Capone to take control of organized crime in the city. So that's kind of a cool thing to happen on Valentine's Day for all you murder lovers out there. So that's another little bit that happened in history on Valentine's Day. Tom, what are you looking up right now?
Well, I'm looking to see how men, all the different numbers that happen throughout Valentine's Day in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So 62% of adults say they celebrate the holiday. I don't know if we really do we?
I think we did when we first dated. Like, you were super sweet and sent me flowers and candy to work because I had to work that day.
Yeah.
He got brownie points for that one. I actually didn't believe that the receiver downstairs at the hotel. He goes, "Hey, Carolyn, you got some flowers downstairs." I was like, "Huh, yeah, right." And actually, like 20 minutes later, brought flowers and candy up to me. I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." It was our first Valentine's Day.
And then she said that night, that's when she made it official and said she would go out with me exclusively.
Oh, that's true.
But we said the 15th because she didn't want it to be the cliche.
It's true. I did not want to be the cliche.
But I did pose the question to you a couple of days before Valentine's Day. So it wasn't really on Valentine's Day. And you're like, oh, well, we'll see how it happens. And then you just pretty much said, I want to be with you.
I had to shuffle some things around, Tom.
Oh, you mean your other boyfriends?
I didn't have other boyfriends. We were still dating. It was a new thing, Tom.
Anyway, back to some more fun numbers. And we will trickle in our Valentine's Day stories in here. $448 million spent on candy the week before February 14th.
Mm-hmm.
My prior experience in retail, none of the Valentine's Day stuff would move until 5 days before. Mm-hmm. And you would figure they would understand that, but no one buys it early. Everyone buys it the day of, a couple days before. The funny part is when people come in the day of, you don't have any roses left? It's Valentine's Day. Or the day before, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. Everyone's doing the same thing as you. You think procrastination would go away, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
58 million pounds of chocolate candy bought during Valentine's Day week.
I'm sorry, how much?
58 million pounds.
For like me or like for everybody?
Oh.
Because I like candy.
I think I get you a little piece of candy every year.
I feel like you do.
36 million heart-shaped chocolate boxes sold for the holiday.
I just like the Russell Stover's large, like the giant Valentine's Day box. And then I invite my friends over to eat them. It's always fun.
150 million Valentine's Day cards and gifts sent each year. Mm-hmm. 23% of adults say they purchase flowers or plants on Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. 39% of these are women.
Shocker.
So the average amount that the different sexes shell out, men, we got women beat. We spend about $150 on our significant other for Valentine's Day. Women, and I like the graphic of a tie where the men buy expensive jewelry. Women spend about $74 on their significant other for Valentine's Day. And the last thing is about 8 billion sweethearts are produced annually. That's enough candy to stretch from Rome, Italy, to Valentine, Arizona, and back again 20 times. Most are sold between January 1st and February 14th. So, Carol, just a little bit of some fun facts about Valentine's Day.
That's incredible, Tom.
And really is what I was reading is like the last 30 years is really when Valentine's Day just became this huge commercial thing. And that's where I feel like a lot of those folks who don't celebrate are just disenchanted with the fact that you should love the person you're with every day. And when you're dating someone or new, it's an easy way for folks to come out of the way, hey, be my Valentine. And all of a sudden them dating and this and that, and it's just amateur hour.
Yeah, I mean, just working in a restaurant, I've seen a lot of dumb Valentine's Days.
First dates on Valentine's Day.
Awkward. Just awkward. I remember, this is terrible. I can't remember if it was Valentine's Day or this woman's birthday. Either way, they're out to celebrate. It's a husband and wife, and there's some sort of game on. And the husband has brought his iPad and posted his iPad up at the table and is watching this game. and his wife is just sitting there in silence. And I was like, that's terrible.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, I ended up taking her out dessert, and I made it very clear that I was like, I would like to, celebrate Valentine's Day with you. Like, happy Valentine's Day.
Was this when you were in hotels or?
No, this was at South. It happened. No, it was when I was at the restaurant. This was a couple years ago. It was awful. I watched, like, he said 2 words to her the entire time. She just, like, silently ate. Oh, and the shittier part is he, like, we offer drinks and, like, cocktails and stuff. And he's like, I'll have, like, a shitty whiskey and Coke. And
he wanted no part of it.
And he's like,
being pulled
and then
out.
he also said, she's having water. She has to drive. Are you fucking kidding me? I was so angry when the server told me that. I was like, ugh, boys are dumb. I mean, girls can be dumb too, but that's such what an asshole. That made me angry.
I just remember, for me, it was just the serving side of the business. I used to work at a fondue restaurant, and I worked every Valentine's Day. We had a set menu, and I remember one year, it was the year Valentine's Day was on Saturday. I remember because it was Drew and I can't even remember who else, but we were out in the patio, and really, we barely had anyone in the daytime. It was like, we were there like 14 hours.
Ew.
And all of a sudden, we just started getting all these walk-ins, and he got a really good table, then I got a really good table, and I probably made like $700 that day.
Jesus.
It was a long day, but he raked it in too, and we just had, I had like $200 tips, and it just one of those, they just, I guess because they walked in, but it was just a great day. You saw some terrible people there too, That's the one thing
I'm worried about.
People who don't believe in tipping and everything, but if you're going out on Valentine's Day and you're stiffing the server who's there to provide a service to you, it just still boggles the mind.
Well, I mean, I feel like what happens a lot of times, especially on like New Year's and Valentine's Day, like those are the 2 days of the year in the hospitality industry that like just you go to a table and it's like, oh, this is your first time out in a restaurant, isn't this? And it's such an amateur hour. And like they just don't know what they're doing, and they tip like crap, and they're like rude to their server, and I just hate that. I really do. That's like one of my least favorite things. And then like they just don't read the menu correctly, and we have to like remake food and stuff like that, which is
I didn't realize that was part of the package. Now restaurants, any nice restaurant really does a set menu.
Well, which we do, but like you can have like a.
And when I was part of the restaurant business, the restaurant I was with, we had set menu, but they did it for 3 days in a row.
What?
And
no, we have 1 day. 1 day.
And I remember after that Saturday, I had to work that Sunday, and people were pissed. They just didn't understand why they had to pay for this, and you couldn't give them the option not to.
Oh, that sucks. That's worse.
So, the hostesses are getting cursed out by, it wasn't that many. Because people were still trying to sell, because it was all about maximizing on people going out for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I mean, of course you're going to have, so if, like, Valentine's Day is in the middle of the week, you get, like, those groups the weekend before, and then, like, the couples the weekend after. But we only do a set menu the day of, because, like, what's the point?
Yeah, but it was all about making as much money as possible.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it goes back to that thing where now Valentine's Day is just like this huge commercialization. Even you have a movie called Valentine's Day.
I know. I watched it. Shamelessly, I watched it, Tom.
I think, Julia Roberts got paid like $15 million to be in 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think...
Shit. If I was Julia Roberts, I want to be paid $15 million for 5 minutes. That'd be amazing. I just realized I got really quiet again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still trying to... As loud as I am, I just can't, for some reason, keep it constant, which is also crazy.
Consistency.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm really working on it. Let's work through it.
Early days.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. I hope you have a great Valentine's Day today.
Oh my God, thank you. I think I will. I think I'm going to stay in sweats all day. How do you feel about that?
Happy Valentine's. What are we doing? We're watching terrible, like, Valentine's Day movies?
Well, I was thinking we could watch horror films, but I know you like horror films.
I don't enjoy anything that scares the shit out of me.
I know you don't, and I'm really trying to figure out what we're going to do today.
Because we're going out to dinner the day before.
Mm-hmm. We are. We're going to one of Tom's favorite restaurants for dinner.
Yeah.
I know he's excited.
Happy Valentine's Day to me.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day to you, my dear.
And it's just funny, like, Carolyn, I left the restaurant business shortly after Carolyn and I got together. And I remember on Valentine's Day, not the first year, I think it was the second or third year.
I know what you're about to say.
And this is just funny because she's like, I'm going to get off at like 8 o'clock. I'm like, all right. So I go and I buy dinner. I get nice steaks and a nice garnish sides of vegetables, some potatoes, a nice dessert.
Bottle of wine.
And get all this. I get the, little tea light candles, make it very romantic. Get her balloons, flowers. The average, whatever I said, $170. The average a man spends on his woman. Mm-hmm. So I probably spent more than that.
You spent more than that?
Probably.
Ugh, rude.
At least that year. I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
It's probably been $170 combined in the last 4 years.
It's true.
And so I get all the stuff together. I'm cooking. My dad helped me out with like ways to do stuff. So I wanted to ask her because usually I have to ask her how to cook things.
That's true.
And
he does.
What I cook is very boring, but it's good. But Carolyn is a chef. Carolyn has a certificate of going to culinary school. At first,
But see,
at first I was intimidated. Now I don't care.
Yeah, you should.
But at first, at that time, but you always want to make it good, and you always think you're judging. It's like when people think I'm judging them on art or whatever, and I'm like, I don't really care.
People, just a quick thing. Sorry to interrupt you, Tom. I am not picky. If I don't have to make it, it's the most delicious meal I've ever had. Let me just put that out there. Go ahead. Continue, Tom.
So it's getting close to 8 o'clock, and she says she's on time. About 45 minutes. I text her at like 7:15. She's going to be on time to leave. I'm like, all right. So I start cooking. I get everything ready. I make the steaks last because she likes hers medium rare and I like mine medium. And so I get it all together, and at 8 o'clock, and it's almost done at 8 o'clock, and, I pour the glasses of wine. So she
lights
comes,
the candles.
lights the candles. I get everything ready. It's clean. The house is clean. The dogs they're dressed up nice and everything because it's really our 1 year anniversary. It was our 1 year anniversary.
Oh, yeah, that was our 1 year anniversary.
And so I'm going to be late. I get a text like 8:05. I'm going to be late. 8:30. Probably won't be any later than 8:30. So I drink a glass of wine. And, I keep I blow out the candles and I clean up a little bit and I put the steaks back in just the oven so they stay warm. And 8:30 comes around. It's going to be like 9-ish. At this point, she's telling me,
Look.
just go ahead and eat. I'm like, I'm not going to eat without you. It's our anniversary. And I pretty much am here by myself.
I just didn't want you to have a cold meal. I know how you like your meals hot.
I don't know, but I always know there's a story like you see it on TV shows where you prepare dinner and then they come home late and they don't even tell you about it. I'm sitting there all like, blah, 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 blah.
Well, I mean, it's a restaurant. Like, if we all of a sudden get busy or something happens or the kitchen crashes, I have to stay and help support.
Bullshit. Anyway.
It's not bullshit, Tom. It's a job.
So anyway, I think she got home at 10. So reheated everything. It was a nice dinner and everything, but she came in.
It was still delicious.
And I'm sitting there with my glass of wine like, oh, glad you're home finally.
He gave me such shit for that. I still get shit for that.
You haven't made it up to me still.
It's okay. I'll make it up one day.
So now we don't really do anything on Valentine's. We'll go out to dinner.
There's no point.
We go out to dinner the day before. I don't want to go out to a
restaurant on Valentine's Day. That's like the last thing I want to fucking do.
I still ask her every year right before Valentine's Day, like, are we doing anything this year? Do I have to get you anything? No. I'll get her like the complimentary. She'll get a box of chocolates. She'll get some flowers. But really,
I don't need any of that this year, Tom, except the large box of Russell Stover's Valentine's Day candy. That'd be amazing. Is that too quiet again? Is that too
Stop
quiet?
looking at it. Don't worry about it.
Well, then face it away from me. I can't. So Tom has pointed the computer at me so I can see the sound waves, and I'm paranoid that I'm too quiet. Anyways.
Well, you know.
Whatever, Tom.
So that was just one of my stories, and I was thinking back today, and I don't really want to talk about past relationships, but really, I don't really remember anything great.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really ever celebrate Valentine's Day with anyone.
I didn't even have my first Valentine until I was like 20, 21.
I never had a Valentine unless it was my lovely ladies, Michelle or Trishna or Dorian.
Oh, that's more than enough for you.
Which, funny enough, I remember a couple years ago after I'd worked all night, Michelle and Trishna came to the house and you got us a bottle of wine and did you get us that candy? Or did she bring it? Did Michelle bring that candy?
I think I got you candy also.
Okay. Well, we just got the biggest box of chocolates and we all sat on the couch and watched shitty movies.
And I think I just played video games.
You did. You did a great job.
Happy Valentine's Day.
To everybody around you.
It's all about making her happy, so I still went out of my way to make sure that my wife is happy.
I am happy. You're doing a great job.
So we don't even really celebrate that anniversary anymore now that we're married.
Yeah. I mean, we have a regular anniversary.
And we'll be going to WrestleMania.
Oh, Lord. Oh, are we officially going? Is that a thing?
I mean, we still have tickets. We'll see what happens here in the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to say, did you see Kara's email? Did you see her feed? So, Kara, again, I feel like I just need to dedicate this episode to Kara as an apology.
We love you, Kara.
We love you so much. And B, and Rainey, and John, I love you too, buddy. But Kara, this is for you. No, so she actually sent us her crappy Valentine's Day story where she went to go see The Pianist with someone, the most depressing Adrian Brody Holocaust movie on Valentine's Day. I feel like that's a pretty crappy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's very sad.
That's
I just remember him from The
depressing.
Village, and I just couldn't. Well, that movie is just
Tom
weird.
Tom, have you seen The Pianist?
No.
Okay. I will never watch it again.
I remember when
so
he won the
depressing.
Academy Award for it, and he had his nice big speech and whatnot, so.
No, it was a terribly depressing movie. But that's okay. I'm sorry, Kara, that you had such a crappy Valentine's. I hope my brother does something really nice for you.
And the girls.
And your lovely children. Yeah. Well, Tom, you want to talk a little bit about aphrodisiacs?
Sure. What you got?
So
if you can't get someone in the mood for Valentine's Day.
Just get them in the mood, right?
Yeah. Because with Valentine's Day comes what?
Once a year.
Naughty lingerie.
Oh, what comes with Valentine's Day? Naughty lingerie.
All sorts of oils and things like that.
Whipped cream.
Chocolate. Hot wax.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Why would you want to do that to yourself?
I don't know. Why do you think those 50 Shades of Grey movies come out?
Oh, that's true. That's true. You're right. You're right, Tom. You heard it here
My dad said
people.
that's the best book you never read.
Which actually, that movie comes out on Valentine's Day, right?
That's where I think it's come out on or around Valentine's Day, all three of them.
Yeah. All right, so you have I just want to talk about the funnier aphrodisiacs that there are out there. And it's all food, obviously. But you have your stereotypical...
Is Viagra one of them?
No, it's not that.
Sorry, go ahead.
So you have your stereotypical oysters, chocolate, strawberries, cherries, yada yada.
Oysters?
Yeah. Oysters. They're high in zinc, which I think helps your libido, gentlemen. I'm going to start talking in really weird terms at this point. So hot chilies. Hot chilies are really good for, it's a really good aphrodisiac because it increases endorphins. Did you know that, Tom?
No. So I'm gonna buy some chili peppers.
Figs can help boost men and women's libidos. Asparagus is a weird one that I found on the list.
Is this why you don't like asparagus?
No, I hate how it makes my pee smell and the taste. But apparently it boosts your blood flow down below.
Ooh.
I like to rhyme sometimes. Yeah, but like, why would you want to eat something that might, increase blood flow, but also make your pee smell? Why is that a thing? Avocados. The Aztec word for avocados, I can't say that word in Aztec.
Don't even ask me. I can't even pronounce the Pope's name.
But the translation is testicle, which grosses me out on so many levels. Like, everybody, I want you to close your eyes. Let's go ahead and close your eyes and imagine an avocado. And then I want you to think about a ball. A nice, good old testicle. And, yep, that's about it. So you're thinking about the same thing at this point? Okay, great. That's what I thought. So bananas, another phallic sort of thing happening around here. There's an enzyme in bananas that's said to increase your drive. Vanilla. It's not so much a like libido or booster sort of thing, but it calms you. So you can like relax, Tom. Just relax. And then my favorite is watermelon. I just want to describe Tom's face. It literally, he looked at me and in my head it goes, oh, what? Watermelon. It increases the blood flow again. And yeah, that's the end of my weird aphrodisiacs.
Well, Carolyn, so something I was going to, since we're going to sit in and watch some terrible movies today on Valentine's Day, let's talk about some of the best Valentine's Day movies to watch. 26 romantic movies to get you through Valentine's Day from Fandango.com.
Okay.
Let's
talk about it.
Okay, I'm just going to list these off and you give me your first response, okay?
Okay, go.
The Notebook.
No.
Say Anything.
Maybe.
Dirty Dancing.
Obviously, yes.
Oh
my God! And guess what she carried? She carries a watermelon, an aphrodisiac. Amazing. Go.
La La Land.
Maybe.
Brokeback Mountain.
Definitely yes. I love that movie. It's so sweet.
Sleepless in Seattle. I hate when it dies in the end.
Sleepless in Seattle. I can honestly take or leave that movie.
I like it.
I mean, I like Tom Hanks. I like it, but I like them better in, like, You've Got Mail or
I like the whole build-up to them finally meeting and then the movie's over.
Yeah. What? And You've Got Mail or Sleepless in Seattle?
Sleepless in Seattle.
Well, it also happened... Well, I guess they knew each other and You've Got Mail, but continue.
I wouldn't be surprised if that is on the list. 500 Days of Summer.
I actually super love that movie.
I heard it was really good. I never watched it.
What? Guess what we're doing today?
You've Got Mail.
Oh my God. So can we talk a little bit about it?
Sure.
So Sleepless in Seattle, they write what? Letters or radio?
They call on the radio.
Okay, so they call on the radio and they never actually mean to the very end of the movie, right?
Yes.
So you have You Got Mail.
They meet each other.
But like they meet each other, but they meet each other in a different capacity, right? They're like enemies because he's the big wig, like book company, and she's
He's Walmart.
Yeah, he's Walmart, and she's a boutique.
Mom and Pop.
Mom and Pop. Thank you. And they meet and they talk and they hang out together, but in the very end, they also fall in love. So is it the
But
same
he's
movie?
lying about who he is the whole time. So he
Oh,
starts
yeah, I
it
forgot.
off
He
with a
knows.
lie.
Yeah. Well, either way.
Another
You're right.
Meg Ryan movie. Which one do you think this is?
It's that one with fucking the angel one.
No. When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, I love that movie too. Paprikash.
Bridget Jones' Diary.
I like that one. Yeah.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Ooh, I like that
Another
one.
Hugh Grant. My Best Friend's Wedding.
You know, I can take or leave that movie. I mean, I love Julia Roberts and what's his name? McDermott?
It's
No.
Julia Roberts versus Cameron Diaz in the fight to win Dermot Mulroney.
Mulroney. I met him. He was really handsome.
You think no one could compete with the Roberts and her dazzling smile, but when Diaz sings karaoke badly, we can't help but root for her.
I know. I kind of like it's okay. It's not my favorite.
Bull Durham.
Never saw it.
It's a good baseball movie.
Exactly why I never saw it.
See it for washed out pitcher Kevin
Tom,
Costner's
nobody
speech
cares.
to Susan Sarandon about what he believes in.
Tom, nobody cares.
Okay.
By nobody.
16 Candles.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's amazing. I love that movie.
Here's one we both can agree on: The Wedding Singer.
Yes. Agreed.
Especially the end where Billy Idol's on the plane.
I love it.
Get out of my way, Billy. I'm like, you just randomly tell Billy Idol to get out of your way? Wouldn't you be like, oh?
Oh, you never know.
And then he has the DeLorean. I could talk about that movie for days.
I know you could.
Moonstruck.
Oh, snap out of it. That was a good face slap, Tom. My husband just slapped himself. At least I don't have to do it myself.
And also don't use myself in the same
I
sentence
know.
twice. Love Actually.
Yeah.
Hugh Grant movie again.
That's a Christmas movie.
But it's a romantic movie.
It's a Christmas movie,
As good as it gets.
Oh, I like that one too.
Pretty Woman. Your favorite.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My favorite.
I'm noticing a theme with the actors and actresses.
What are you talking about?
Shakespeare in Love.
No.
The Vow. I don't know what that one is.
Oh, that's a really sweet one where she lost her memory, and he had to like win her back. Had Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams in it.
You pretty much just did the whole synopsis here on my phone.
You're welcome. It was really good.
Like Crazy.
I don't even know what that is.
Can I talk about this
Yeah,
quick
you can.
plot?
Is there sports in it?
No.
Okay.
You may recognize Rogue One star Felicity Jones as British co-ed who violates her U.S. visa when she falls for an American in her class, Anton Yelkin, who died. He was Chekhov.
I love Anton Yelkin.
Can love survive separation? Drake Dormus's 2011 directing debut was a hit with critics and indie film fans alike.
Nice.
Ghost.
Yes.
That's, I think, the second time Patrick Swayze's been on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Annie Hall.
Never saw it.
Me either.
That's
But-
maybe we should watch that one.
I don't know. I don't think we should be watching Woody Allen movies.
I mean, you're probably right.
If we live in the now,
That's true.
we shouldn't be supporting him. Working Girl. That's a good movie with Harrison Ford and Melanie Griffith.
Oh, I did like that movie. I just like Harrison Ford.
Dun 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 dun.
Are you saying her name?
No, Indiana Jones.
I know, but you were saying dun 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 dun.
I think we can associate a lot of
Dun,
our
dun.
last name with, like, Jaws. Dun 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 dun. The Imperial March. Dun 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 dun.
You're gonna make Potter cry if you keep
Dun
doing that.
dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Anywho. So the last thing I want to talk about Valentine's Day is what to do on Valentine's Day. I got some things offline from the Googles.
The Googles.
Yeah, so the Googles really helped me out with this. And it was actually a pretty cute response. So spend quality time with a loved one, which I think is easy. So that could be anyone.
You'll be on the couch.
Family.
I'll be upstairs in my loft.
Yeah, friends, family, or puppies.
Well, you definitely have all. Even if I leave the room, the dogs stay with you.
It's true. They do love me more. Make a homemade card. That's a good one.
Your sister would love that.
Candy, chocolates, or sweets. You can enjoy it with friends or alone. That's always nice. And,
Are you you're the one Valentine and you're depressed because you don't have a Valentine? Just give me all the chocolate.
Well, Haley told me a depressing story about her worst Valentine's Day. And it was her boyfriend had broken up with her the day before Valentine's Day. So
we're not popular enough to change someone's name anyway, so.
Yeah. So she was eating candy in the kitchen at like 9 a.m. on Valentine's Day. Her roommate's boyfriend walked in and found her this way, and she was crying. So the boyfriend left, and the girl stayed and ate candy with her.
How bad is it? Because one of the things, I'm sorry, I know you got a couple more, but you got to be a real douchebag to break up with someone on Valentine's Day.
It's true.
Even if they say they don't care, but then they still have to say to people, yeah, that motherfucker broke up with me on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I mean, it's shitty, but I mean, if you don't want to spend one more day with the person, you don't want to spend one more day with the person.
Or if you want to leave them scarred and always hate you.
I mean,
and
whatever.
ruin Valentine's Day for them for a long time.
Yeah, it's true. You're thinking the sensitive route. I'm just saying, fuck it.
Because you're cold-blooded.
I was going more for cold as ice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I was going for. So things you can do to spend quality time together. Go to the movies. Go to dinner. You can go bowling. You can cook together.
We should go to Topgolf.
Oh, we should not go to Topgolf. That's what I said. You said the same thing, right?
Yes.
Perfect. No, I think for everyone, it's different for everybody. And Valentine's Day means different things to everybody. And I'm saying too much again.
Sorry.
No, so let me
Growing pains.
So here, ready? Wrap up for Valentine's Day. It means different things to everybody. And how you choose to spend it is your decision and it's your choice. So spend it with the person you love or the puppy you love or the cat you love. Or you know what? Fuck it. Spend it alone and eat candy and screw the world. Watch shitty horror films. That's always a dream of mine, but I have a husband now who loves me and wants to spend time with me.
I had to go to your restaurant to see you on Valentine's Day.
It's true. What, last year when I broke out in hives because of the lobster?
That was a couple years ago.
That was definitely last year.
When you've been together with someone this long, the years just blend together.
We haven't been together that long.
6 years.
I know.
That's a lot.
That's a lot for us.
Yeah. So to sum up,
yeah,
like Carolyn said, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Whether you're with someone you love, a dog.
However you see fit.
But if you do venture out and do things.
Yeah.
And go to eat, tip your servers, please.
Yes, please. Always tip your servers. They work really hard to do what they do. Unless they're just.
And the cops will be out, so do not drink too much and drive. Also
a bad choice.
Uber and Lyft.
Mm-hmm. You're saying all the right things, Tom.
I know. I'm doing a great job.
I'm so proud of you.
That's why I decided to do a podcast with you.
Aww. This is like our
This
way
is how
to
we're
celebrate
spending. Yeah,
Valentine's
this is how
Day.
we're spending Valentine's Day together.
I love it.
So I hope everyone has a great Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm. You say again.
You say again.
Yes, or happy Single Awareness Day.
I have a problem. I'm single.
I'm sending out all the love and good vibes to my family, friends, and fur babies.
And whether you just have a made-up girlfriend or boyfriend, enjoy
George
it.
Glass.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, man. It's true.
Well, I think that's it. That's all I have.
I mean, that's basically what I have.
So...
Tom, do your whole bit. Ready? Dear Hobbit.
All right.
Do it.
It's my
30
turn.
seconds. Go.
Well, guys, you can find us on iTunes and Google Play, Dunn & Dunner, the podcast. You can also go see us on podbean.com. If you do not have those, the Podbean app is free. Please see us on our Facebook page, Dunn & Dunner, the podcast, and in our Twitter handle, Dunn the podcast. Our YouTube channel is now live, and you can go see us, Dunn & Dunner, the podcast, on YouTube, and see all of our episodes will be uploaded there every week as well.
Which he never told me about. I didn't know that you finally got it working.
Well, thank you, William, my brother, who was putting that together for us.
Thank you, William.
I just couldn't figure out how to create a movie with it.
So. Got it.
And I wanted him to do it.
Well, we appreciate you doing it, William.
Yes. William, I wonder what he and his lady are going to be doing for Valentine's Day.
Maybe we'll find out.
Oh, I'll inform you next week.
Oh, thank you. Keep me posted.
Well, guys, once again, we have had great feedback for all of our prior episodes, and you'll actually probably start hearing me say in our archives. Oh
my God, archives!
I'm focused so much on not saying that so it takes a lot.
I know. You gotta really dig deep into the archives, Tom.
I gotta dig deep into the archives of my vocabulary to say things correctly.
That was amazing. That was the best. All right, well, let's wrap it up. I love you, Tom. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, Carolyn. What do we have for them next episode?
Next episode, we are going to be talking beer with Rhett and Brett.
Two of our good friends who are beer nuts. We'll have some fun facts about craft beer and things like that, and they will be doing live tastings here in front of me.
Yeah. I'll let you know how gross they are.
And I'll be the official smeller, because after you have had like 3 of them, none of you can know what it smells like. It's like when you drink wine, and everyone, after you've had those first couple glasses and you keep trying different bottles of wine, I'm sure there's people who swear by this, you can't really tell the difference. Beer, you can tell the difference a little bit, especially with sour beers and whatnot. But that's going to be our next episode. So our first time having guests involved, other than having Trishna float around.
It's true.
And make sudden noises and comments. But next week, episode 5 will be all about craft beer with our buddies Brett and Rhett. So tune in for that.
I just said that. Do you listen to me when I talk?
I do, but it was my turn, and I'm summing up. And I was about to close out the
podcast.
podcast.
Go ahead.
So thanks again, everyone. Listen, Dunn & Dunner, the podcast. I'm Tom.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're done.
Yay! Bye.